Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Anyway, it's Friday morning, and I'm out here getting rigged up for my next outing. And I figured, what a better time to share a surefire technique here on Clearlake to catch more and bigger bass. So I'm going to share with you guys a well-known technique, an underrated technique, and a few of the little tricks that I do to make it fish, in my opinion, more effectively here on Clearlake. So anyway, let's just get the big word out there. It's surprise, the drop shot. So here we go. It's like, how do you improve a drop shot to catch bigger and better bass on a lake like Clearlake? Well, I'm going to show you what I think, and if you agree, on your next trip up here, give them a try, and hopefully it works for you, because it's proving little things that have helped me along the way. So anyway, let's just start out with my rod of choice. I love the Dobbins 702. It is, let's see, the exact description is the DC 702 SF 7 foot. And this is a heavy, fast action, a medium. I'm so blind. Anyway, let's see if you guys can see it right there. That'll tell you all you need to know. Bam. I love this rod. I've been fishing this rod for decades, and I just love it, man. The sensitivity on this rod is great, but I'm telling you, we're lucky. There are so many great rods out there that will fit the bill. So just find one in that category, and I think you'll be happy. And when it comes to the reels, I'll tell you the most important thing on your reel on a drop shot, this little bad boy right here. Your drag is going to make all the difference in the world. This just happens to be an Abu Garcia. I believe this is a Black Max. Am I lying to you? Yep, that's what it is. And anyway, this is one that I can adjust the drag on the fly, and the drag's never cost me a fish. My knots have cost me a fish, but never the drag on this one, which I'm lucky, and I probably just jinxed myself. But anyway, this is 30-pound braid, Power Pro braid, and that's, in my opinion, braid's really the only way to go on your drop shot, because it eliminates all that line twist we used to have to deal with in the past. And yes, I am fishing a leader this time of year because the storms have come through, but the water clarity is really starting to improve here on Clearlake. So at that point, I know I could get away with just straight braid, but I'm going to give myself every advantage that I think I can. So this time of year, I'm going with a leader, and it just happens to be, get this, 10-pound fluorocarbon. This is the Berkeley 100% fluorocarbon, and yes, 10 pound. We're not coming up here to Clearlake trying to catch 100 fish on a drop shot to where that 4-pound test is so important to get the bite. We're up here, you got to show up loaded for bear. We're up here, we're gearing up for the bite, not the most bites, in my opinion. So all right, here's where the little intricacies that I think make a difference are going to come in. I switch over to a bigger hook in the winter than I'm fishing in the summer, but you guys will notice it's still a thin wire, and the reason I do that is because I want that bait to have as much of its natural action as possible. So I switch over to a bigger EWG hook in the thin wire, and again, you've just got a million different choices out there. I mean, there's Damiki, there's Gamakatsu, there's just so many great hooks out there. So just pick one out that tickles your fancy and your budget, and make sure you try to get the strongest and best you can afford, because when you get that 10-pounder on there, like I say, if you can control the circumstances, control them to the best of your ability, and give you that opportunity to get that bass into the boat. But anyway, real standard. I just tied the Palomar knot on my drop shot, and don't come to me for not tying videos, because I'm the old blind guy that struggles at it. So it's more comical of a video than a learning video when I do knots. So anyway, it's that simple. Palomar knot, look it up if you don't know it. Cinch that sucker down tight. Now, the little key So when you tie that Palomar, is you got to grab your tail and you want to get out of there. See there? And give that a tug. And look, see how when I'm pulling that, my hook is pointed down. So that's a no-no. You don't want that. You want that hook point turned up when the tension is on your line. So the way to rectify that is you take your dead end here that goes to your weight, you turn that hook up, and you wish yourself good luck, and you run that. Oh, first shot, baby. You run that down through there, and now look, that hook will turn itself back up. So, simple little trick, Palomar. Make sure your hook is pointing up. And I'll go to, since I'm fishing a bigger worm, I'll go to a slightly heavier hook. This just happens to be like a 1/4 inch little ball weight, and that's more than sufficient. Now the hard part, hitting the hole. Come on, be my lucky day. I know it's there. Yay, I found it. Okay, now important. I'm fishing. The Margarita Mutilator is a great one up here, but I used the straight tail 7-inch. You guys getting a good look at that? And here's the little trick that I think makes a difference. I'll just measure that worm. So I'm coming down about 7 inches, 7.5, and that's going to be the length that I put my little weight at. And then of course I rigged this thing weedless, which is no big secrets on this. Right there in the nose, take it to the end of the shank, run it through, your little twisty poo, get her on up in there. But here's another little thing that I like to do that's a little bit different, I think, is I just take that hook. Well, on this big one I'm not going to do it. Hold on, I didn't rig that worth a crap. Hold on, start over, do over. I didn't go through the bottom, big dummy, I'm half blind. Make sure you're coming out through the bottom of that bait, which will be obvious. Well, it wasn't the first try, was it? Get a bear twister on there. Since normally I would just skin hook that on the side of my worm, but with this bigger gap opening, I can get away with rigging it fully onto the worm. So I'll just grab that where the back of that hook is, come through the center, and then I'll skin tick that on there. But now what you've got is, look, see where that weight is versus this? So what that does is that literally, just because, in my opinion, a lot of these bigger fish are really hugging the bottom and they're down close to them rocks where it's a little bit warmer this time of year. So what that does with that shorter, I'm just going to refer to it as a leader. When you cast out there, you're making longer casts. So when that's on the bottom, that bait is fishing 3-4 inches off of the bottom. So it's literally right there in their nose as you're dragging that bait back to them. And, like I've said in the past, that, and it's Thanksgiving now, so it's a perfect analogy. It's like, no matter how full you are after eating that big old meal, when that little M&M, and this drop shots like that M&M, your wife walks by with a handful of M&Ms and puts one in your face, no matter how full you are, you're still going to eat it. That's what I equate this drop shot to. But anyway, I know that's super simple, but sometimes the simplest little thing can make all the difference in the world. And yes, I will sneak a little smelly jelly on them this time of year also. And yes, catfish will eat it too. But anyway, I honestly hope that helps you guys out. Be sure to sneak up here, and when you do, support your local tackle shops. Like I say, I tell everybody we're very fortunate up here in Clearlake. We are literally surrounded by some of the best tackle shops in the state, in my opinion. So be sure to visit a local tackle shop when you get up here. And remember, treat others the way you want to be treated. Respect the resource, and peace out, baby.